So, hi. Got the pooch. So I'm just out on the walk, and I've wanted to film this video for a while. So I want to, currently in a certain pub's car park near my house, my mum and dad's house. I hope I don't get into trouble. I can't see that I will do. So I want to film this video for a while. Welcome to another video. So, the talk. Let's have a chat. So I feel like I've not been open on the channel for a while, telling people my hopes, what I want to get. Just like have a little chat. I don't feel like we've done it in a while. So, first thing, I've got little points on my phone. Training. Am I missing it? So, yeah, massively. Really missing it. Also, I've got no access to any training at home. I can't train, I've got no equipment. I've got friends that have equipment, but I can't go and use it because we're in a lockdown. I feel like since COVID kicked off, I know there's bigger things in the world, but it's just been before first lockdown I did really well. I was about to lift weight that I'd never lifted before. Then lockdown came, so therefore it's been lockdown, come back, just get back to where I was, moving weight I've never moved before, lockdown, come back, just get back to where I've never moved before, lockdown, and again. So I set myself goals that I wanted to lift. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. I'll put it up on screen. Where is it? It's a long while ago. Lifting goals for the end of the year. So I put a thing on my phone. So by the end of the year, so this was the end of last year, bearing in mind I thought I would have got a good 6-7 months worth of training in, but that didn't happen, obviously. So I put, as you've seen on screen, I've got 3: happy, delighted, proud. Random words to use, but I'd have been happy with the 220 squat by the end of the year, delighted with the 230, proud with the 240. Now I feel that these numbers aren't unattainable for me. I feel like I'm probably at the moment, I don't feel strong. I'm the most average powerlifter there is, but I feel if I knuckle down, training's on point, nutrition's on point, if everything's on. I'm waiting to get kicked off. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm not damaging it, am I? I'm just sitting down. But I don't feel like they're unattainable. At the moment they're way off. Bench, happy with 145. See, I've done 142.5 double. That was, it was slow. Sit down. Sit. It was slow. First one was slow. I don't know how I ground out a second. It went up lopsided because stronger side on one side. I'd have been delighted with the 150 and I'd have been proud with the 160 kilo bench. Now at the height before first lockdown, these weren't far off. Now anybody that knows me knows that I'm quite anal when it comes to training. My recovery, if you've seen my Instagram, me and Jamie have purchased a muscle gun for massaging because she can't massage me because of the muscle. I apologise if it's windy. It doesn't seem windy, and the wind's coming this way at the camera and I've got the screen up, so that should be blocking it. But I need to get something for the mic points to stop it from being windy. Deadlift, see, I pulled a 250. I pulled that in the past, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I wasn't happy with that. I've not, in the last year of training, because of COVID, moved a weight that I've never moved before. I think that's what you live for with training. It's the feeling of never moving away. Come here, come here. The feeling of never moving away. Am I going to get told off? Come here. No, blanket down. there were 2 people then that looked like they worked here. I thought we were going to get told off. Not moved the weight in the last year or year and a bit that I'm proud of, that I'm happy with, and I want to compete again. But I need to be hitting those top weights of every one of them for me to be. If I go again, I don't want to come 9th. I want to be top 5, ideally top 3, ideally win it. But that's gonna push it a little bit. And shoulders, 80 kilo. Now I did an 80 kilo, 77 or 80 kilo, so I wasn't far off. So I know that if I'm gonna keep this the same, I think, but I'm not gonna put a date on when I want to do it, because ideally what I'd like to do is at the end, when I'm ready to do the lifts, like have a mini comp. And like test myself. But that's missing training. I think as well at the date of filming this, you can see that. Get the focus. Oh, look at that. So it's the 21st of Feb. So I read a post on the Sun. Granted, it's the Sun, but July for gyms. Now I worked it out that last lockdown it was 7.5 kilo a month you lost from zero training. So we're gonna be. I was repping 185, 180, 182 and a half for 3s on squat before lockdown. So if that's the case, it's not going to be crazily bad. But I want to progress. Good boy. Good boy, you stay there. I want to progress, I want to get stronger. Also, excuse the hair, I need a haircut and a beard, I need a shave. But I just want to be lifting. I enjoy it. The channel. So I've just, for the 5th time of filming this is a Sunday. The day before this, on the 20th, I drew my 50 subscriber. Currently, I think I'm on 60 now. Let's have a check. Yeah, so currently on 60 subs. So I'm really pleased with that. 60 subs, on for the 100 now, pushing for the 100. Got another giveaway at 100. Not decided what I'm giving away yet, but I've got 40 subs to get between now and then. Work, how's work? So, cafe, I own a cafe. If you don't know, I've owned it for nearly 13 years now. Been self-employed, been myself on my own. I have to say, thanks to Boris and the local government and all those kind of people, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in business now. I wouldn't. This is simple. You can't budget for a year and a half of limited income because stuff still needs paying, and that's just how it is. But I've enjoyed the lockdown process because we've been able to do some other footage, other videos. There's some good ones that have come out and some good ones that are coming out. But I was lucky before lockdown that I managed to get quite a lot of training footage film. I think I filmed for like 2 weeks of training, so that was 7 days. So I had like 14 fitness videos, because the way I'm trying to structure the channel is I'm trying to do a fitness video on Wednesday, like my fitness log, and then another, because I find the fitness log at the moment is it's doing better, I'm getting better views on it, but it's still very narrow to the people that are going to want to watch it. So if you're not into fitness, you're not going to want to watch it. But then the Saturday videos, I'm trying to make them more broad, more wide ranging, like the eating challenges. Got so many videos planned for after lockdown, but at the moment obviously I can't do any of them. I've got some training videos, training with people, because I always believe that you should surround yourself with people that are stronger. That's how you get better. So I've got some really good videos coming up. I also like to say again thanks to Jamie, because she's behind the scenes on this, but she's really instrumental to the channel and giving me the confidence to do this. So I think that's it. I hope everybody out there is doing okay, keeping safe. Luckily, all my family are safe. My mum and dad have had the first vaccine, so that's another thanks Boris. I think my dad said that the place where he went for his vaccination, they were doing 1,700 vaccinations a day. A day. That is crazy. And as the thumbnail, let's heighten the tone a little bit, I've got a surprise. So if you haven't seen on my Instagram, I'll put it up. I've bought a new action camera. So there's going to be a more of an in-depth video on this, but I just want to touch base and tell you why I bought this. So I'm not going to throw them under the bus, the people or the camera that I was using, although you can see what it is in my description. But I was looking at the footage and it was just not good. It was just not clear enough, and I don't know if that's something I've done. That could well have been something has that just focused on my face. I hope this all hasn't been out of focus, but it just wasn't, especially when I was doing like segue footage or B-roll footage. 2 seconds, look at this. Sexy boys like that. Oh, I can't get you where you were before. So, again, B-roll footage, and the massive difference from it was me going from the drone footage, and I was filming the I've got a Mavic Mini. I was filming that on 1080p 30 frames per second, to then go to a 1080p 30 frames per second on the action camera, and the quality was, it's like I'd filmed it through a milk bottle. It was just not good. And I find with YouTube you get like 2 shots, that's 4 shots David, 2 shots to get someone to subscribe, and if they click on the video and the video isn't very good quality, then they're not going to subscribe. Also, I had an older camera, not the one that I'm filming this on, my Sony, but I had another camera, but it was huge and it kept corrupting the footage. Like, I do what I'm doing now, I've been filming for 12 minutes at this point, and I then press stop and it had corrupted it all. So then I find with filming you need to do it like off the bat. I feel like being natural in front of the camera makes a better video. If I was then to have to film all this again, it wouldn't be as good. So I got 2 good cameras. So I went for the DJI Osmo Action. Is it Osmo Action? Can't. Bear with, I want to get this right. So I've not used it yet. I've charged it, but I've not actually used it yet. So yeah, I went for the Osmo Action, DJI Osmo Action. So I'm one of them people that if I'm going to replace something or get something new, it needs to be better. The biggest gripe with the other cameras, second to the quality, was you couldn't tell if you were framed. It had a wide angle lens, it had a choice, wide, narrow or another one. But I couldn't tell whether I was in a shot, and quite a lot of times I'd be talking to it and you'd get that, or you'd get that. So I needed a front camera. There was 2 options on this. I wasn't going to go for a make I'd never known, or didn't know, because that's what I went for on the old action camera, and the old action camera has turned out to be not a good purchase. It was £100 and something off of Amazon, and it came with so much equipment. Now if they can do the camera for that price and put all this extra equipment in, makes you think, doesn't it? So I went for the there was 2 choices. So well, there was the GoPro Hero 7, but that was the same, no front camera. Hero 8, no front screen, sorry. So there was a choice between DJI Mavic Osmo Action and there was GoPro Hero 9. So I got the Hero 9. The cheapest I could find it for was high 3s, early 4s with extra batteries and stuff. And the DJI Osmo Action, bear in mind I've got experience with the DJI because my drone's DJI. I know the quality, I know it's built well, I know how to use it, I can relate to it. So the DJI Osmo Action, and I went for the battery pack. So this gets you 3 extra batteries and a battery charger, because I find you can't have too many batteries. That's just the thing, you can't have too many batteries. For this camera I'm filming this on, the Sony, I've got 4 and the charger, because I don't want to just have one, because there'd be days that I'd go to film a video and it'd be dead, and then you're gonna have to, yes you can plug it in and everything, but that's a pain. So it was between those 2, and purely on I wasn't spending 400 and something pound on an action camera, and the main reason, I keep looking around, I'm just checking no one's creeping up on me, because Jake's down here and I don't want him to leg it, although he looks quite chill. Right, big man. The main reason I didn't want to go for the GoPro is because of how expensive it was. And the reviews on it say it's not much better than the 8, it's just the front screen. So the DJI, I was watching videos on it, watching people use it, and then I went on, when I decided that that was probably the one I was going to go for, I went on and checked the price. So I was looking at numerous sites and then came to Argos. Now, Argos's price was 260 something pound, but that was 70 quid off. So it was 260 pound with the 70 quid off, not 260 pound then 70 quid off, but that was for the battery pack. So I got the camera, 3 batteries, charger, mounts, all these extra bits for it. I've also ordered screen protectors for it. On this one, on the camera, on the screen at the back, I've got a screen protector. And then for the Osmo Action, I've ordered screen protectors for it so it don't get scratched and everything, because you want to look after it, because I don't need to change these cameras now. These cameras, I mean, there's quality on the screen at the back, it's crisp, it's nice. I've set it all up right, and for the colour and everything, I've not got any glare because I'm sat underneath a thingy, brolly. But I decided to go on the DJI, not mainly for the price, but because I knew I'd never done GoPro, I've never used GoPro. I know GoPro's good, but I went on the DJI, and I've not used it yet, but signs are it's good. It's got all the slow-mo, it's got the video, picture, also time-lapse. Now for the gym, I find time-lapse is really good. This doesn't have time-lapse. Also, I don't want to take this in because it looks posh, it looks expensive, and I don't want it to be in the gym and get knocked over and get broken and everything, whereas the DJI Osmo Action, it's tiny, it's small, you can put it out the way, people won't see it. Also, it's quite heavy for a small, it's only about that big. For a small camera, it's quite heavy, which makes me think it's packed full of stuff, whereas the other one was really really light. So I'm going to end it now. Nice little talk, I've enjoyed that, getting it off my chest. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm going to go home. See you in a bit. Bye.